Hi, I'm Matthew Jones.
I'm Anthony Futia.
And here's our newest gaming video. We promise we'll eventually have a title for these at some point. Today's discussion is the Nintendo 3DS Nintendo Direct that happened yesterday. Man, there was a lot of cool stuff that came out of that. Let's start at the obvious first one that was
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Snorlax has the pancake move.
All right, the pancake move. So that was just pretty awesome in general because oh man, hey, when you buy the game, you download, you get the special Snorlax guy.
Or it's a Munchlax.
It's a Munchlax, yeah. But they're like saying, hey, evolve it, and you get this special Z move that pretty much just looks like a giant nuclear Snorlax shot that comes down, which I thought that was pretty cool.
And we have a Rattata and a mustache.
Yeah, and now Rattata has a mustache. The Alola region Rattata being a dark normal type, that'll be fun.
I want to see what Raticate looks like.
What Raticate will look like, see the variation there. I think the Alola versions are a great way to help out with some older Pokemon that could possibly use some changes after, this is going into Generation 7,
yep.
And we're talking Rattata and Raticate, there's not much to them. I mean, unless we find out that we're going to get like a Mega Evolution Raticate, which would be pretty cool, don't get me wrong.
Top percentage.
Top percentage. It would be in like the top 2% of Raticates at that point.
Is there anything like you want to see from Sun and Moon that hasn't been like announced or released yet? Or are you impressed with everything?
I'm pretty happy with how everything's going so far. The story seems a little bit different. You're moving to this location. As far as it looks like that there's not going to be the standard gym system. All the Alola versions of the different Pokemon regions, these Z moves we'll find out more about. I don't recall seeing anything so far on like Mega Evolution, if this will be part of the Alola region. If it's not, that's okay too. But still, I'm excited with everything they've shown so far. I like that I get a Munchlax at the beginning, that I can have a Snorlax early on so I wonder if that'll actually have any other implications of Snorlax. If Snorlax is just plain Snorlax in the Alola version, or I'm guessing so, but we'll see.
I was hoping we would see more information about Pokemon in this Direct, but I guess we'll get like a new Pokemon Direct before the game's
usually
announced.
Nintendo's pretty big on doing Pokemon usually gets their own Direct.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be cool to see.
Definitely.
What else? The first big surprise, Super Mario Maker 3DS.
Which makes sense because the touchscreen features.
Touchscreen feature. I like the idea of being able to do this on the go.
Yep. Not all of the online capabilities.
And the
Amiibo costumes are Wii U exclusive.
I think most of them are. I think there are going to be some that'll be on the 3DS version, which is still cool.
Are you going to pick this up?
Yeah, I think I may. I really enjoyed Mario Maker. I enjoy doing it at home, but I'm on the go a lot. So if I'm going to have more fun that way, I think I'm going to have a little more fun working with the new system. I'm going to wait for a little more information to find out. I don't think it's a day one purchase for me.
Right.
Especially with all the other games that are coming out around the same time. But it's a definite game that I'll be picking up, I think. What do you think?
Like, I'm glad it's coming out. I was surprised it was announced for the 3DS. Kind of indicates that the Wii U is kind of dead, and Nintendo is porting all of its goodies to the 3DS from the Wii U. Which is, expected.
And that's, but that could also have a lot to do with where NX is going to go, especially with compatibility between one versus the other. Who knows? The NX could print out Amiibo Toast or something like that. I don't know. We'll find out exactly what it does, but I'm thinking that has something to do with it in that way. But yeah, it's Mario Maker. I had a lot of fun with it. I like the idea of street passing to get levels.
I probably won't pick it up only because I already have it on the Wii U.
Because you already have it on the Wii U.
I don't play it as much as I want to.
True.
I'm just busy, but I don't blame you if you pick it up again. And
actually, you know what? Think of it. If they do some sort of deal, like I know they've done a few different ones recently, like Hyrule Warriors, things like that, where there's special content that you get by having both versions, something like that. So I'll look out for something like that.
Yeah, we'll see what they announce.
it's a definitely a cool, like I would definitely take it as a gift. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Next big thing that they talked about, which was something we already talked about before, Mario Party, Star Rush.
Right. The gameplay footage showed toads like running around
Yeah,
the board
there's like
without
these,
dice.
Yeah,
too.
there's like these Toad characters that can go around and help you throughout the game. It looks like there'll be Amiibo function in some way, kind of like the Mario Party on the Wii U. Cool thing I thought was that they have the guest party feature, which is as long as one of your friends has a copy of the game downloaded, the full version or cartridge or whatnot. If everyone has the guest copy, then they can play the full game with you. There's no
Right,
You
that
don't
was
have
pretty
to
good.
have you don't have to have 4 copies of Mario Party.
Yeah.
You know, only the one friend. So it's a cool way to try to bring everyone back together to play the game together. Definitely cool for like conventions or things when you're hanging out with other buddies or whatnot.
I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up though, because the Mario Party series unfortunately hasn't been as good lately.
I haven't really played Mario Party in a while. It's not a pickup for me. I mean, if someone I know picks it up, I'll gladly play it with them in a group game or whatnot. But I mean, Mario Party hasn't been as rage inducing as the GameCube era.
Yeah,
So-
Mario Party 4 was
Mario
my
Party
last.
4 was probably was the last one that I purchased. I remember. I remember making a lot of enemies in Mario Party because I don't care what party you're talking about. You hate each other after.
I mean, it's a
halfway
fun
through.
game,
It's a fun game, but it's also I've matches in a first-person shooter online have nothing compared to the pure anger that comes out of a lost Mario Party game. But yeah, it's not a pickup for me. But I mean, it'll definitely be cool to see.
I'm gonna check the reviews, see how it does.
Exactly, kind of play out that way. So next big piece of information was the StreetPass update.
Yes, finally.
Finally, after so freaking long of, man, hey, I get 10 people at my gate. I have this, I have that. They finally updating it to
100 people.
100 people. 100 people is fine. I mean, and especially if you go to conventions, if you're out a lot, if you don't necessarily get to check it as often as you like, or if you just want to let it kind of pile up a little bit, 10 is not that great of a thing. 100 is wonderful because especially if you go to PAX, if you go to any of the Comic Cons, people have their DSs, people are street passing. It'll also be better for things like games where the Street Pass functionality are gonna play bigger. Like the new like with Super Mario Maker for 3DS. If it can hold more data and whatnot, that'll be great that way. They also made it that it's streamlined it so it's faster. So you'll be able to just go through things faster. Like you talk to 10 people, you talk to them very quickly. That even that feature alone helps out because if I can just breeze through everyone that I went through at my gate, boom, there was more room anyway to continue on. And then the new games that they announced, like the stock car rally game and the
Horseback.
The market crash game where like the stock market me game. And the cool thing is they at least you can get one of those 2 games for free.
Good.
And with the new update, which I think went live after the video, I couldn't find my DS until today, where it was lost
I
in
still
my
don't
car.
have mine. Tanya, give it back to me, please. But anyways, I love this update. It should have happened day one. I go to a lot of conventions, and every 5 minutes, I have to open my 3DS and clear out the 10 people.
I've worked PAX East since it started.
Yeah.
I worked
So you know how
Seattle
annoying
at
it
least
is.
once. And, I've had people who are working with me. It's like, cool, can you just hold on to my DS and just clear things out? Just get me all the puzzle pieces, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
Because I like to see how many countries I can get. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of data on my 3DS a long time ago. But I lost my StreetPass data. But then I got so much more back just going back to cons. Just kept adding it in, and it's just cool to see the different places you find and whatnot. That was really cool. Couple other little minor ones after that. Tank Troopers.
Yep.
It looks a lot like Tank. Or it also kind of looks like that submarine game.
Oh, Steel Diver.
Steel Diver. This looks cool. I mean, I think a lot of people still kind of hold it in their heart for they want Advanced Wars in some way to come out. This looks kind of fun. I don't know if it's a buy for me, but
I'm probably not gonna get it.
But I mean, I'll try the demo, see how it is. If this comes out and you like it and you watch the video, comment on it. That's all I can say, and let us know. Picross 3D Round 2.
I'm not a Picross player, but it looks cool.
I was a big fan of the old Picross, like the Game Boy one, and then there was the cool one that they did with the Legend of Zelda with the My Nintendo Rewards. That was pretty cool.
Twilight Princess, right?
Twilight Princess one, yeah. The only thing for me is that some of these games are coming out like exclusively eShop download, and
you'd prefer the physical copy.
I prefer cartridge on certain things, not all of them, just some. But yeah, I mean that's just one idea that way. Then the cool thing after that, so in kind of it was mentioned about 3DS, but it kind of went away to at least something else. The Legend of Zelda 30th anniversary stuff that started popping up. So first off, the big thing as something that
the Amiibo.
We are a huge fan of, the Amiibos. Yeah.
I'm getting all of them.
Yeah, I really want them all. Especially the Wind Waker one and the 30th anniversary. I mean, I got the 30th anniversary Mario, which looks really cool.
So you got to get the Pixel.
I think the Pixel Link will look cool. I hope they keep doing these anniversary type Amiibos, which
like
are really
Metroid,
cool.
Nintendo, please.
Hint. Kirby for me, and then any of those major. If they do an 8-bit series, that I think will get a lot of people onto those ones, which are cool. The 8-bit one looks great. I'm a huge fan of the Wind Waker, and the Wind Waker pair looks really cool.
Yep.
I kind of wish they went with Tetra, though. When in the pirate outfit versus her being as Zelda, but I mean it's still a really cool.
It's too bad they didn't do like an update for Wind Waker HD to include Amiibo functionality. And
I mean that would be kind of cool.
Then we could have Toon Ganon Amiibo and Tetra, King of Red Lions, etc.
Well, I think the cool thing will be to find out what all these Legend of Zelda Amiibos are gonna do in Breath of the Wild next year. I think that'll be. We know what Wolf-Link does. Wolf-Link brings Wolf-Link into the game as like a companion. Who knows what the other ones will do, but it'll be cool to see. And of course, more money put into Amiibos. But I mean, for Amiibo anyway, I need them to finish the Smash Brothers line because there's only 3. They only need to do 3 more Smash Brothers Amiibos, and that's it. They're done.
That's it.
And then they can do whatever color variants, whatever big package. I just need those final 3, and then I can start worrying about other Amiibos that way. The other cool thing about in the Breeze Zelda thing, they did mention that the Skyward Sword is now going to be up on the Wii U. So
I still have yet to play through all of Skyward Sword.
It's okay.
It's on my to-do list. I
haven't played it either. It fell in a weird time in the Zelda thing anyway. But now that it's on Wii U, and as Reggie said in the timeline, it's technically the very beginning of the Zelda timeline. So that's a cool one that way. In the Amiibo, just to go back there, I kind of wish they did like a Link to the Past Amiibo. Because that really, I mean, I think it's cool that they did the Ocarina of Time Link, but we have that. That's like the regular Link Amiibo style. Looks more kind of like that. Still cool anyway. I would have hoped for that, but whatever. I'm not gonna be heartbroken. I'm still gonna pick up at least 1 or 2 of them. And then there's the Dark Horse comics that they mentioned. There's the Legend of Zelda books.
The manga.
There's and then
Manga
there's
set,
the Hyrule Historia, which
Yep.
came out last year.
And they have the art book.
The
coming
new
out.
art book
Yep.
that's coming out this year, which is up for pre-order. That's really cool. I got a buddy who's a huge Zelda fan that way. So I'm totally. It's one of those, gift type. It's one of those great gift type ideas for people.
I'll get the art book. I have
art book,
I
yeah.
have the Historia. It's really good.
But yeah, so that was pretty cool and all those little things. Then there was also the new DLC for Hyrule Warriors for the 3DS. I played it a bit on the Wii. I haven't picked it up for the 3DS.
I have it on a Wii U. I won't pick it up for the 3DS.
I've heard mixed things, unless you own a new 3DS, which luckily I do. But again, time spent, figuring it all out and trying to figure out the best games I can do with the time we got.
Exactly.
Then big mentions there, and then they kind of went to other companies. Mentions from there. The new Yaokei Watch 2,
Yep.
which is in a 2 version style.
Like Pokemon.
Bony and fleshy version. And I think the interesting on this one is that that the second game takes place back in time before the first game.
So it's like a prequel.
It's a prequel, and I think that it's probably a cool idea, and that would probably had something to do with when the rest of the world got Yaokei Watch. It was a long time after. It was a long time after Japan got it. So in that instance, all right, this kind of makes sense. Let's go back. This gives everyone a chance to kind of see where things go. There were a couple cool pre-order items, or at least stuff that got if you bought it, like when it first came out. There were a couple look like digital exclusives, like if you bought a digital item if you bought the digital version, which was kind of cool.
Have you played the first one?
I've played around with the demo a little bit. It's a
Yeah.
fun game. Again, putting it in my list of to-do list. It's really hard for me in the sense of Pokemon, Yaokei Watch.
Pokemon wins.
I only have so much time, and
Exactly.
and as cool as Yaokei Watch is, I just not enough time that way. New Ace Attorney game. I've had fun with the series. It's been a while since I've played one, but I mean,
I have
that should
yet
be
to
pretty
play
fun.
through that series. I have to pick up the collection. I think-
Disney Magic World 2.
Kingdom, Give
so-
me Kingdom Hearts 3,
Kingdom
please.
Hearts, yes. Let's get Kingdom Hearts in the main system before we worry about any other little Disney type thing. Let's. Wow. Yeah. Sonic Boom.
I haven't
Fire
played
and
any
Ice.
of that.
We're just going to continue on to
Yes,
the next
please.
game. Shin Megami Tensei 4.
That looks pretty cool.
That looked pretty cool.
I haven't played any entries in that series, though.
That's a fun one. I think that'll be a good entry into the series that way. Dragon Quest 7 and 8
Yep.
would be really cool. Seeing all the work that they've put into that game. I think that'll be a great on the go type adventure. And then that'll just be a fun one, I think. I mean, I'm not, again, I like JRPGs, that style. What is your thought?
I haven't played a Dragon Quest game since Dragon Warrior on the NES.
Okay, so
But I would love to have a collection. They should release a bundle or something of.
To be fair, I think my favorite Dragon Quest is Dragon Quest Rocket Slime.
Was that for the DS?
The DS,
Yeah.
yeah. It was an action. It was like an action strategy type game. Super fun. That was one of my favorites. But that's a little more offbeat than their normal series. Ever Oasis. They showed a couple pictures of it. They didn't really show much more into it. But the pedigree of the guys who make the game are pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, we'll get a little more information on that soon. Then there was the Mario Sports Superstars.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that looked like, all right, let's combine
everything.
Let's put a little bit of Mario Golf. Let's put a little Mario
tennis,
baseball. And then they had horse racing.
Yeah.
And the soccer.
We'll see if that plays out like Mario
We'll see if
Strikers.
that plays out. I mean, it sounds like they're doing each game is a full type game, so it's not like mini versions of the game. But it's still we'll see if the game, how in depth the game will be. That sounds like it could be an easy home run for them in the sense of downloadable content. oh, there's more baseball. Oh, there's more soccer. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's that. They could easily expand on all the game and whatnot, depending on what they want to add into it. And then there was another cool little announcement. Yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that.
Be coming to the 3DS, which would be cool. Sorry, Snorlax. But yeah,
Have you played the game?
yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I own 3 of the amiibos. I own the two colored ones like this, the blue and the pink one, and I have the giant green one. I didn't really need another green Yoshi, but yeah, that's gonna be really cool because it's all the levels from the Wii version
Plus some bonus stuff. And the Poochie amiibo.
And the Poochie amiibo.
Looks really
so
cool.
that was another cool amiibo to add to the collection.
I'll get the amiibo, but I already have the game for Wii U. So
Yeah, and again, if you already, I don't own it for Wii U. But I mean, the question that'll be the thing is, how will it be better than the Wii U version? I still need to either pick up. I've been meaning to pick up the Wii U version, so I'm just going to determine: do I want this one? Do I want that one? When that one comes out. And then there was one final game that kind of took everyone off guard.
Yeah, Pikmin.
Yeah,
Side-scrolling game.
A Pikmin side-scrolling adventure. It's not. They didn't show a ton of it, but it.
Looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think anyone saw that was coming. I think when I think of Pikmin, I think of the Wii. I think of the game. I think of the GameCube. I think of the Wii, the Wii U and whatnot. So I didn't think. I wasn't thinking, oh man, there could be a 3DS version coming out. That was a cool surprise. I mean,
yeah, we'll see. It's gotten mixed reactions because people wanted traditional gameplay, but it looks
people need to lighten up and possibly try new things. I
like
mean,
Federation Force.
Let's not go that far.
Okay. JK.
I mean, this is. I mean,
I'm sorry, man.
no, it's all good. I Federation Force. I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guys behind that, they had their heart in the right place, and despite that, it's not what certain people wanted and whatnot. I don't know. I think Pikmin has been a fun series. It's cool to see them bring out another one because it was only it was Pikmin 1 on GameCube, Pikmin 2 on GameCube. Then there was a long time where there was no Pikmin.
Well, they brought them to the Wii.
They brought them to the Wii, but that was still.
No new games.
That was still the same game. Just now I have Wii Waggle control, and then they brought Pikmin 3, which is an awesome title for Wii U, and then so this is
it's a nice surprise
to see where things are going. Yeah, I think Nintendo is definitely pushing hard on the 3DS for next year. Again, I don't know if that is something to do with how the NX is going to go or the functionality of NX.
Yeah, we'll see
with 3DS, but.
The 3DS seems to be strong for
3DS
another
is strong, and
year or two.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of new content coming out, despite that the Wii itself is kind of slowed down to Breath of Wild at some point. I mean, a couple great Wii U titles came out recently, but other than that, I mean, there's nothing on the horizon.
Exactly.
But this 3DS stuff looked great. So
I'm surprised too because with the NX coming out, you don't know if the 3DS was going to continue or they were going to start fading it out like the Wii U. But
yeah, and the question is like, it could be, with NX, as we keep talking, is like, could there be backwards compatible? If they're saying, there's some sort of like mobile aspect to it, can we do this? Can we do that? Will my 3DS games work on that? I can just pop it in or take it on the go, or will it upscale? We'll see. But I mean, other than that, I mean, yeah, that's our wrap up of the Nintendo Direct.
It was a good Direct.
It was a cool Direct. I mean, it was definitely came out of the blue, but all the game stuff that they showed looked really fun. I mean, definitely a couple ones I'll be picking up right away. Other ones I'll be passing on. But again, my wallet's gonna hurt a little more with more amiibos, especially with all the Animal Crossing cards, and now that they have functionality with the game. So
I'm skipping the Animal Crossing cards and the amiibos. I'm sorry, there's just too many.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what because there are certain characters I really like from Animal Crossing. I will get the specific cards for those particular ones,
Okay.
like Static the Squirrel and a couple other ones like that. So I'm not going to go, but also in the same instance, we'll see how collecting goes for people in the Amiibo cards anyway, because there's a bunch of them out there. There's 50 more coming out, but
I'm telling you, man, Pokemon trading card game and Amiibo functionality.
let's not
missed opportunity.
No. Let's not talk about something that will bankrupt everyone. But anyway, listen,
we're
thank
out
you
of
very
time.
much for joining us today. We will have another video soon. Again, I am Matthew Jones.
Anthony Futia.
We'll see you next time.